Working from home but still trying to be productive? I've got the tips you need. This is the Journey to KidLit Podcast, episode number 6. Welcome to the Journey to KidLit Podcast. I'm your host, Brooke Van Sickle, and each week on the show, we'll discuss what it takes to write, publish, and market your kids' book. Let's get started. This episode is brought to you by BiblioKid Publishing, the children's book publisher that donates 50% of their profits back to education. For a look at their books or to learn more, visit BiblioKidPublishing.com. Hey there, and welcome to the Journey to KidLit Podcast. I'm your host, Brooke Van Sickle, and I do apologize for taking time off, but I lost my voice. It's really hard to record a podcast when you sound like a monster. It's also hard during these uncertain times. No one wants to be sick or get sick right now. Well, I'm grateful I was able to recover and come back to hang out with you. I hope you're doing well wherever you are right now, too. Have you transitioned into working from home? I've been working from home for over a year now, so social distancing hasn't impacted my life that much. However, if you're new to this work from home life and still trying to write, here are my top 5 tips to help you be more productive. Number 1, take time for mornings. I absolutely love mornings. I know, I'm one of those people. But mornings are sometimes the only quiet moment you get throughout the day to focus on what matters. I use this time to meditate, get my Bible reading in, and go to the gym. Even though you no longer have a commute or have to be somewhere, try to get up a little early and schedule some me time or quiet time to yourself to get focused and prepped for the day. Number 2, plan your day before letting it plan you. Have you ever flipped over in the morning to stare at your phone and seen a list of emails requesting your attention? No matter where you're at, home, work, or vacation, it's so easy to let people's priorities take over your day. But if you start out with a plan before looking at social media or reading emails, you'll feel more in control. And this flows right into number 3, schedule your time. I have this sweet planner that lets me create a to-do list for each day with times for every activity broken out into half-hour increments. I know exactly what I plan on working on when. You don't need something that fancy, but you should have an idea of what your day should look like to keep you from wandering onto random platforms or searching your house for things to clean. Plus, if you're working on something you don't like, you know it's only for a short time. However, when you have a long list of to-dos, it can feel overwhelming. That's why number 4 is only have your top 3 priority tasks for the day. The rest are bonuses. When you have a giant list, it can feel like there's too much to do and it can make you shut down and not want to do anything. And that'll just leave you not knowing where to start, and we're not going to be productive that way. Instead, I choose 3 priority things that I need to do each day. The rest of the things I accomplish are just bonuses. If one of those things is really time consuming, then I might only have 1 or 2 priorities for the day. So don't feel like you have to do all the things just because you're home. We're not Superwoman. And number 5, go on a walk or get out of your chair at some point throughout the day. It can't be all work and no play. That's not good for our creativity or our mindsets. Every day around 1 or 2, I take my dog Brandon around the neighborhood. It's just a nice excuse to detach for 20 minutes and take in some fresh air, which really helps with that midday slump when I'm tempted to take a nap. We sit so much, we need to get up and move throughout the day. And along those lines, be creative with your writing too. I know things aren't where we were expecting them to be, and for a lot of us, things are scary right now. But that's even more reason to write. You can use your words to either express your feelings in this moment or use it as an escape. Come up with some new children's book ideas or even spend time telling stories with your kids. If you need some help, my story building guide has writing prompts and a plotting outline to get you started. You can get the link to the guide and all we talked about today in the show notes. And that about does it for today's episode of the Journey to KidLit Podcast. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. To get the show notes and the links to everything we talked about, visit the podcast tab at journeytokidlit.com under episode 6. And as always, I love hearing from you. So if you have a thought about today's episode or a suggestion for future episodes, send me an email or reach out to me via Twitter. And if you liked what you heard, be sure to leave a review. And while you're there, subscribe to be notified of new episodes. Until next time, happy writing!